because I do have a few announcements. Okay, I think I have three. Yeah, I think I have three, and I'll try and be fast. Um, One, homework. We all need to make sure we're doing that. Yesterday, if you got to be there, which there's a decent amount of you did, you got to prank me. Mr. Hughes got pied in the face. I posted the video to Google Classroom. It's also on my YouTube channel for our class. Um, those of you that did your homework, I dedicated a pie in the face to you, and it was fun. It was silly. You got to prank me because you did what you're supposed to, and you did your homework, and thank you. That made me very happy. Everyone should be doing their homework. So from here on out, though, the only way you'll get to prank Mr. Hughes is if everyone does their homework, all right? Because one, you got to think, if I just keep doing, let's just use pies for an example. If I kept doing pies in the face every day, eventually I'm going to run out of money because that's a lot of whipped cream I'm buying. And so like I can't just keep spending money on whipped cream and pie and stuff. So like that would just take too long. And that would just be a lot of money, so I can't do that. So if you guys genuinely want to prank me and want to have as much fun as we did yesterday, you all need to work together to get this homework done. All right? That most, I mean, math is more important than science, but science is still important. So make sure you're doing math first and then science, just because your future, I don't know if you'll stay with Imagine or if you go somewhere else, but your future sixth grade teacher, whoever that is, the first grade they look at is math, then they look at science. Okay? So if you all want to prank me, you want to have as much fun as we did yesterday, you all need to start doing your homework, which means you do the online work, which is usually like IXL, Freckle, or Edpuzzle, or do the packet and send me pictures. Demaya and Draven are amazing examples of this because they're doing their packet and sending me pictures every day. That is a good thing. I love that they do that. They've both said, hey, Mr. Hughes, I can't do Edpuzzle, Freckle doesn't work, I'm having trouble, blah, blah, blah. So can I do my packet? Yes, they do a page every day and they send me a picture, and that's great. Some of you, I'm still getting nothing from. Some of you aren't doing online or the packet, and that's not okay. So there's going to be a couple of us. There's a couple of us who are going to be the reason why Mr. Hughes never gets pranked ever again, because you're not doing your work at all. Which brings me to my second announcement. All right. Me, Miss Dela Cruz, and Miss Williams are supposed to be calling your parents this week to simply let them know, hi, just letting you know they have homework, in their packet or online. Feel free to help them. I know they need help. Just so you know, your students are allowed to one-on-one Zoom me and Miss Williams from 12 to 2. So there is no excuses for them to not get this done. And please help them if they need help, if it's after 2 o'clock, because school ends at 2 o'clock. And then so the other part of this second announcement is, if starting today, if you do not turn in your homework for 3 days, Principal Ben will call home and she will not be happy. She will call your parents and have a parent-teacher conference. So your parents have to have a meeting with the principal, and that's not going to be good. All right? Mr. Hughes is doing his best to be as nice as I possibly can, but I need you guys to genuinely know you're not going to make it to 6th grade by being lazy during all of this COVID-19 stuff. You can't just sit here and do nothing and say, oh, internet doesn't work, so I don't have to do it, or oh, I don't have my packet, so I don't have to do it, because that's not a good excuse. Your future 6th grade teacher is not going to be okay with that. They're going to say, oh, they're going to say, oh, that student was lazy, they didn't try, so they have to do 5th grade all over again. And I don't want to see you guys next year in 5th grade. No offense. I want to see you guys in 6th grade next year. Okay? Which means 3 days. If 3 days goes by and you've done nothing, Principal Ben will call home, and it will not be good. Because if the principal has to talk to your parents, It's usually never a good thing. Just letting you guys know. All right. So me, Miss Dela Cruz, and Miss Williams are going to try and call this week and be like nice about it. But if it gets to 3 days, I can guarantee you Principal Ben will not be happy. So I'm not trying to scare you, but I am trying to just tell you how important it is to really be doing your homework. Even if you get it wrong, I don't want you guys to be scared of getting things wrong because then that's how we learn to get things right. If you're just scared you're going to get it wrong, then you'll never know if you were right or wrong. You know, you have to do it. Doing your homework is better than doing nothing. Okay. So I'm just letting you know, starting today, that's how it's going to work. I have to give Miss Ben a list every day saying, this person did their homework, they did it, they did it, they did it. This person did not, this person did not, blah, blah, blah. And then when I'm like, Miss Ben, hey, who can I use that's not here? Let's just use Muhammad as an example because he's not here. If I'm like, hey, Miss Ben, Muhammad has been to class, but he hasn't done his homework for 3 days, she'll say, okay, thank you. Then she has to call Muhammad's mom. Same thing though, because she'll check in. She'll be like, hey, Mr. Hughes, it looks like Muhammad's not turning in his work. And then I can say, oh, Miss Ben, look, Muhammad sent me pictures of his homework on Zoom. He sent me pictures of homework on an email, in a text message, in something. Look, Miss Ben, look at his homework. He's doing it. And then she'll say, okay, cool. You know, so if you're doing a packet like Demaya and Draven, send me pictures because that would be fantastic. Okay. So I'm just letting you know that's going to happen. Unless your parents specifically like call me and say, hey, Mr. Hughes, I'm sorry, Muhammad wasn't doing his work for 3 days. We had an emergency or something. Then Miss Ben's gonna call. Unless your parents are the ones telling us like why you didn't do your homework. And it better be a really good reason, guys. I have one last announcement. So my third one. And then I see two hands. I'll answer that and then we'll start math. Last announcement. So on top of everyone doing their homework, getting to prank Mr. Hughes, after 3 days of not doing it, Principal Ben will call home. A third thing to hopefully help you guys want to do homework is starting Monday, our Google Classroom will be turned into a video game. Stay on mute, please. Our Google Classroom will be turned into a video game. Mr. Hughes has been going to a training every day this week to learn how to turn Google Classroom into a video game. I'm very excited because it looks very fun. All right, I'll probably show you guys a video tomorrow just because it's already 15 minutes into class and I don't know how much time we'll have left after math. So if we have time after math, I'll show you the video. But if not, then I'll just show you the video tomorrow because I had a lot of announcements today. But Monday, starting Monday, Google Classroom will become a video game. In this video game, you all will get to create your own character. And there are 3 types of characters you can be. You can be a warrior who uses weapons and shields. You can be a magic user who uses spells and things. Or you can be a healer who I'm pretty sure uses some spells and some weapons. I'll double check. I'm still learning and I'm still getting trained on it so I can have us ready to do it by Monday. But you can be 3 different kinds of things, which is very fun. We go on a quest every day, which is our daily lesson in math or science. And our characters, our whole class, is like a bunch of, warriors and fighters. And we're going through like forests and caves and oceans and fire and volcanoes and all these things. We have to answer math and science questions to level up, to get new armor, to get new spells, to get new costumes, to unlock more mysteries of the story. And you'll get to see the story video tomorrow, probably, when I show you all. And it looks really cool and fun. There's a lot to go into it, so that's why I have to go to all these trainings so I can learn how to do it. Because I know Monday you guys will probably have a bunch of questions, and I just need to make sure I can answer them. So if homework is not getting done by Monday, I'll be so sad because you guys can prank me if you all get it done. Miss Ben is calling home if you're not doing it, and I'm turning the classroom into a video game. So, like, there should be no reason for you not to want to do your homework. Because if you do your homework, when we turn it into a video game, guys, your character's gonna level up. Your character's gonna level up and learn experience. And those of you that don't do your homework, you're gonna be the weak ones in our little like army of warriors and stuff. So if everybody in the class is at level 15 and you're at level 5 because you're not doing your homework, that's going to suck because every time we face a monster or every time we face an enemy, you're going to die first. And then, that's just not going to be fun. So I'm just saying, you're going to want to do your homework if you want to keep up with us, because all the ones that already do their homework, they're the ones that are going to keep up with me, because I'm obviously going to do it every day with you guys, which means Mr. Hughes is going to be leveled up a lot. And I don't carry dead weight. So if you're just not going to do your homework, you can't be in the video game with us. I'm just saying. Because if you're going to just die on us, I don't want you fighting for me. Like, join a different army of weaklings. My army is going to be strong because my army is going to be people that do their homework. Okay. So, I will answer, I see 3 questions now, and then we'll do math. And we'll definitely watch the video tomorrow because I don't know how long your questions are going to take, but I want to make sure we get our math lesson done. Okay, so Philmon, I saw your hand first. Philmon, what's your question?
Yeah, I got 2 questions here. First one, is it just me or it's so laggy? Like, I don't know, all of a sudden, I never used to lag onto this Zoom.
Say that again?
Is it just me or am I lagging on Zoom?
No, Mr. Hughes, you have a little bar by your name and it says you're at all the way at red. There's no more bars.
Who, me?
So, yeah, you're very laggy on your screen.
Yeah, you're really lagging. Not other people are lagging though.
Same here.
Yeah.
Oh, well, maybe my internet's just weird today. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, but you're frozen on my screen.
Oh, so it's just my face?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, well, that's weird.
Yeah.
I mean, it might be because I have so many things open.
Yeah, that usually happens to me, yeah.
But I don't, no, don't do that. It's probably because I have a bunch of things open to like teach us. So, but if you guys can hear me, hopefully that's good enough because that would be nice. What's your second question?
Yeah, I forgot it. Never mind.
That's okay. I think next I saw Naruto's hand up.
You supposed to do the puzzle thing that you give everybody if you're doing the folder?
No, you don't have to do Edpuzzle if you're doing the packet, but you do need to do what Demaya and Draven are doing, and they send me a picture of that packet every day.
Wait, Mr. Hughes, can you pick to either only do the online work or like the folder? So like, can you like switch to the online work if you don't want to do the folder anymore because it's too hard for you to do?
Yes, as long as one of them gets done. When this month, when May is over, you're gonna get graded on all of the online work or all of the packet. One of them needs to be done.
If you start, what are you supposed to do with the packet if like you have it but you want to switch to start doing the online work?
Then you need to send me a picture of all the work you did in the packet so far, so then I can tell you where you need to start on the online work.
Okay.
Okay, good question. All right. Next, I think was Reborn. Reborn, is your question the same one you put it? Are you asking the one you put in the chat box? Is that what you want me to answer, or is it a different question? Same one? Okay. Reborn, in the chat box, he messaged me and said, "Can there be anime?" Oh, he put it everywhere. He said, "Can there be anime characters?" Based on what I've been trained on so far, it doesn't look like you can like import a character. On this program, you have to use the character selection that they have for you, but you get to customize your person. But based on what I've seen, you can't like go on their website and import like Sonic the Hedgehog or Naruto or whatever. You have to use their characters because it's like their video game world, and like in their video game world, Naruto, Sonic the Hedgehog, like those things don't exist. It's only their world. It's like their own special video game. So no, I do not think you can import. You can probably, I think you can name your character, so you could probably still have an anime name, but I don't think you can import. Good question. And then Hinata, you are the last one.
So yesterday, I didn't get to do my homework because I had to go somewhere. So is it okay if I do it today and then send it to you?
Yes. Yeah, no, that's okay. Because again, just, and this is for everyone, if after you haven't done any of your homework for 3 days, that's when Principal Ben is going to call your parents and probably be upset and not happy. If it was just 1 day, but you get both of them done, so like if you get yesterday's homework done and today's homework done, then you're fine. But I mean, I'm just letting everyone know you don't want to wait 3 days because Miss Ben will not be happy at all. Okay. Our school is trying very hard to bring you, your education through this whole COVID-19 epidemic. And you guys need to try as hard as we're trying to learn because, again, your future sixth grade teacher, whether you stay at Imagine or not, they're going to look, was this kid lazy or was this kid trying to learn? And if that's the case, are they ready for sixth grade or do they need to do fifth grade all over again? All right. And that's going to be scary if you have to do fifth grade all over again because you chose to be lazy during this time. All right. I'm not naming names, but just don't choose to be lazy. Choose to learn. Choose to make the most of this situation. I'm trying my best to make you guys excited too by letting you prank me and turning our classroom into a video game and all that kind of stuff. So like, I just need you guys to know, I want you to try as hard as Mr. Hughes is trying. I'm trying to make it fun. I'm trying to encourage you and motivate you to want to learn. So I need you to try as hard as I am because I really don't want to see all of you in fifth grade next year. I don't. I want to see you guys in sixth grade. Okay. So just don't let it happen. Don't wait 3 days. You'll be very mad, and Miss Ben will be very mad if that gets to the, if that happens. All right. Well, I'm gonna start. Math will probably be a little short today. We did have a lot of questions. I did have a lot of announcements. That's fine. I expected that. So our lesson will be like kind of short, but I still would like everyone to participate at least once. And if we run out of time before you get to participate, then I'm gonna write your name down and just make sure you're one of the first ones to participate tomorrow. But don't wait till the last second and just hope time runs out. You're gonna want to get your participation in today, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. All right. Again, I'm sorry if I'm laggy. I know some people said I was. I hope you can still hear me fine. Yeah, let's go ahead and get started. All right, let me get my little drawing. Oh, let me turn that off. Disable drawing, cool. So now you guys cannot draw, which is good. Okay, Solana earns oh, it's white, that's funny. It's like, why is it not working? Earns $6 an hour for babysitting. She babysits for 9 hours each week. At this rate, how many weeks will it take for her to earn $300? Boom. Right? Who thinks they know? How can we do this? How do we get started? Philmon.
Okay, so 7 and 6. 6 divided 300.
6 divided by 300. Let's start there. Okay. So 6 can't go into 3. So how many times can 6 go into 30?
5 times.
Okay, 5 times. Okay, good. Minus, boom, 0. And then what do we do with this 0?
A remainder? Or you would just put it in the 5?
Yeah, you would just put it up here because I mean, there's no point in bringing it down here. That would be silly. So we have an extra 0. So we have 50. Okay. Does anybody know what to do with this 50?
Would you want to put the bottom of 50 minus 0? Or you can put the 5, you can put the 5 in front of the 2 zeros?
You want to put the 5 in front of the 2 zeros?
Yeah.
In front of the 2 zeros. To make 500?
If that's possible.
Okay, I mean, that's a good guess. We definitely don't want that. Naruto gave us something, but I don't know. I want to know how does, oh, also if this was dollars and that's dollars, then that means this would be $50. Just so everyone is aware. So we took this person's money, $300, okay? They earned this at some point in some way. We just don't know how long it took them to get here. But if they were getting $6 an hour, okay, and eventually got to 300, all right, that means they worked 50 hours. Do we see that? Maybe. Does that mean no, that just means they got $50. That means they got $50 a week, right? They got roughly $50 a week. Anybody in the chat? Nobody in the chat. So, but Naruto thinks it was 5 weeks. What about you, Reborn?
I think it'll take at least wait, does it say she's babysitting 9 hours a day or a week?
9 hours a week.
Oh, I thought it was 9 hours a day.
That's okay. Yeah, no, that's okay. Excuse me. So what this 50 shows us is the 50 hours, because if she's getting $6 for 1 hour, okay, then that means for $300, she had to work 50 hours, all right? So if she's getting $6 an hour, 9 hours a week, so 6 times 9 equals what? Who can help me out with that one? What's 6 times 9? Dun, 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 dun. Someone raised their hand. Stella.
54.
54. Okay, so that means homegirl is making $54 a week. She's making $54 a week. All right. So we want to know how many weeks does it take for 54 to get to 300. All right. So now we want to do 54 divided by 300. Okay. So what do I do first? I see some hands. Hinata.
50 doesn't go to 3, right?
Right.
So would it be 2 times because of 30?
We can definitely do it at least 2 times. So we can do it at least 2 times. So I'm gonna write 2 and then a plus. Okay, because 54 times 2 is gonna be 108. And then I can subtract, okay, which is gonna give us 192. Okay, so now let's figure out how many times can 54 go into that. Someone else raise their hand? Or the chat box? 5 weeks. Naruto. He got 5. And then a decimal. So we know that it can go in at least 2 more times because that's 108. So we can do 108 minus, okay, that's gonna give us, we'll borrow, make that an 8. 12 minus 8 is 4. 8 minus 0, 8, 1 minus 1, 0, 84. We can do it one more time for sure. And then 84 minus 54 is 30. All right, so we have 5 with a remainder of 30. All right, so roughly, I'm gonna erase all of this. So roughly, if we round it, okay, if we rounded it, we can roughly say that it was 6 weeks because 30, it's 30 out of 50, okay, which is 3/5, which is higher than half. So we can just round it to 6 weeks. Okay, let's see if we are right. How did someone do? Oh, that was me. I was like, how did someone draw? I disabled that. Okay. So let's check it. Yep, 6 weeks. So we rounded it up because again, it was like 5 point something. Okay, so we just rounded it up basically. Sorry, Naruto, I didn't mean to put your hand down. Naruto, what was your question? Naruto doesn't have anything to say, so I'm gonna keep going. Okay, next part. Find 1/3 times 3. We are using, or we're gonna start multiplying fractions. We've subtracted and we've added. So now we're gonna multiply. As we've been doing, I think Monday, remember we multiplied across numerators and denominators, if you remember. So we're going to keep doing that, but it's telling us to use repeated addition this time, okay, repeated addition. So since the denominator is 3, for all of them, it's divided into how many equal parts? Reborn?
Since you have to use repeated addition, you just gotta color in one rectangle in the square.
Yeah, of just this one?
Yeah,
That's it? Are you sure?
and the other ones below.
There
that.
you go, yeah. And then the other one's below. Okay. So, good. he is right. All right. So in theory, guys, if I did 2 times 3, which equals 6, that would have been the same thing as 2 plus 2 plus 2, or 3 plus 3, right? Because that's 2 3s or 3 2s. Both of them equal 6. We know that, right? So since we know that, and let me erase this. So since we know that, all we're doing now is our fraction. 1/3 times 3 is just 3 1/3. And then we add them as they did here. So 1/3 plus 1/3 plus 1/3 equals, now remember, we're adding, not multiplying, so the denominator stays 3. So what does the numerator become now, Gara? Nothing?
Would that become a whole number though?
I mean, yes, but first, what goes on top?
3, 3.
Yes, because it's 1/3 plus 1/3 plus 1/3 equals 3/3. All right, which means
Why could you just write 3?
right, because I color 1 2 3, so 1 2 3, which, like Jace just said, any number over itself equals a whole number, and that whole number is always 1. All right, always 1. Okay, does that make sense, everyone? Can I get some thumbs up emojis? Maybe. That makes sense. Kabir, thank you. Anybody else? Lolita, thank you. Gara, Filman, thank you. Anybody else? Anusha, thank you. Agni, thank you. Perfect. And Reborn, thank you. Awesome. Okay, good. Just want to make sure that we understood that. Okay, before I moved on. Dun, 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 dun. Thumbs up. Thank you, Naruto. Okay, cool. Exit out of that. Let's go to the next. Oh, well, let me, now I can. Awesome. So guys, again, everything we just did. 3 sections, right? And then we added how many of each section? 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay. Reborn taught us that. And how many sections total? 3, 3, 3. That is what Gara helped us figure out. Perfect. All right. So the last model shows the product of 1/3 times 3. So if you remember what Gara helped us do, remember we ended up getting 3 times 3, or sorry, 3 over 3, which even if we did multiplication across, I remember Philmon helping me out with this one a lot. If I'm doing a whole number, what do I do with this whole number? How do I turn that into a fraction so I can multiply across? Philmon helped me last time with this. Does anybody remember what we did?
You can put 3 on top and 3 on the bottom.
Make sure we raise our hand. Hinata, what did we do?
I think it was a mixed number, right?
No, it wasn't a mixed number. That would be if we added. We're multiplying this time. What goes under the 3?
It would be 1 in the bottom, right? I was speaking in mute.
Yes, good. Yes, because again, like Jay taught us, 3 over 3 equals 1. Well, this is a whole number 3. A whole number 3 can't equal a whole number 1. 3 cups of coffee does not equal 1 cup of coffee. That doesn't make any sense. So, right. So whenever you have a whole number, put it over 1. And then if you multiply across, like we learned, 1 times 3, 3. 3 times 1, 3. Boom, look at that. Got the same thing. Bam. All right. So what is 3 over 3 equal to? Jay told us that equals 1. So 1 over 3 times 3 equals 3 divided by 3, or 1. Okay. So good job. Dun, 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 dun. next. All right, see? Boom, 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 boom. Everything we just did. Awesome sauce. All right. Now this one. Dun, dun, dun. Divide each model below into blank equal sections since the denominator is 4. Since the denominator is 4. All right, so this little rectangle here, if this is representing 3/4, how do I divide it? How would I draw it? I'm just drawing. Anybody have a suggestion? This is a very artistic question, so think like an artist for a second. How can I turn this 1 square into 4 squares since it's 3/4? How can I turn that 1 square into 4 squares? I would love to see hands from people that haven't participated yet. Anusha.
Split them.
Split them?
Yeah.
Okay, so I split it. Am I done?
No.
Okay, so now what do I do?
Mm.
So I split it in 2, but is that 4?
You have to split it again.
To split it again, yeah. So guys, look at that. Now I have 4 little rectangles. Okay? So 2 times 3/4, here are my fourths, all right? Now, how many, sorry, we did that in 4 spots. Anusha, thank you for helping us. Now, how many of each of these am I coloring in? How many of each of those will I color in? Remember, our fraction is 3/4. So how much am I going to color in? Kabir.
3.
3. Perfect. So 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. Okay. 3/4, 3/4. All right. Remember, we just did 3/4 times 2, which is the same as, 3/4 plus 3/4. All right. So when I do my equal sign, and I have this again, okay, how do I color it in this time? How do I color it in this time? Anybody? Anybody that hasn't gone yet? Oops. A lot of the same people. Anybody that hasn't gone yet? Still see the same hands. Okay. Well, I was hoping for someone else. No offense, just because I want more people to participate. So guys, if this is 3/4 and that's 3/4, the total number of little tiny boxes shaded is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm gonna shade 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which, if I'm looking at that correctly, looks like 1.5. Boom. Now, for those of you that find this harder, but multiplication is easier, I can do 2 times 3/4. Well, what is that going to give me? I have a whole number, Mr. Hughes. I don't know what to do. But wait, we do know what to do. What goes under that 2? What goes under that 2? What goes under the 2? Agni.
Is it 4?
No. Remember, it's a whole number. Our 2 is a whole number.
Jay said it, by the way.
I want to see it. I want to see someone else say it. Agni, do you know what goes under it?
No, I do not.
Okay, that's fair. Remember, guys, it's a whole number. And anytime there's a whole number, it's always going to be the same number.
One? Is it one?
Yes. Good job. It is 1. Good. It is always 1. Okay? Good. Because if I divide 2 pieces of pie by 1, which you can't do, you still have 2 pieces of pie. All right? Because you can't divide 2 pieces into 1 piece. That just doesn't exist. You can't do that. So you still have 2 pieces of pie. All right? And now you can multiply across 2 times 3, 6, 1 times 4, or, all right, improper fraction, okay, 6 over 4, but 4 goes into 6 1 time with 2 left over, which is a 4. Oh, look at that. If I simplify it, it turns into that. Oh my gosh. Mr. Hughes, you're blowing my mind. Math is so cool. Math is so crazy. Oh my gosh. Whoa. Nuts. Absolutely bonkers. All right. Okay. Did that make sense, guys?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. All right. Good. And again, even if it doesn't, guys, as I've told you from week 1, every single lesson is recorded and put on YouTube, which you are more than welcome to watch, pause, rewind, fast forward as much as you need to. Well, would you look at that? We did it just like, well, we did it in like a plus instead of those 3, but we got the same answer. We got 1 and then 2 over 4, which is half. So we did the same thing. All right, not bad. This is just us filling it out if we did what we just talked about. Number of sections shaded were 6. Number of sections total were 4, which equaled 1 and 1/2, if you remember. And then when we multiplied it across, remember we got 1 and then 2 over 4, which is the same exact thing. All right. So that's what we did. Boom. Boom. All right. This looks like, I don't know if we have, excuse me. We might have time for this. We'll do this and then probably be done. It wants us to know or explain why is 2 times 3/4 the same as 3 times 2 divided by 4. Ooh, interesting. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. Why is this the same thing? Why is this the same? Anusha, why is it the same?
It's the same numbers, but form a different way.
Yeah, it's the same numbers. It is formed a different way. So that's right. So it says that they're the same. So does that mean these equal the same thing? If I solved both of them, do you think we would get the same thing, guys?
No.
Ooh, interesting. Someone said no. Okay, who else thinks no?
Not me.
Interesting. Well, I'm going to go with Anusha because she is right. It's the same thing, guys, just wrote differently. Because again, if you remember, this 2 is a whole number, which makes it over 1 automatically, times 3 over 4, which would then be 2 times 3. Oh, look at that. 3 times 2. Pretty much the same thing. All right. And then you have this, which is 1 times 4, which is 4. Oh my gosh, wait, look at that. It says 3 times 2. I wrote that too. 2 times 3, same thing. Divided by 4. Oh my gosh, wait, is that divided by 4? Huh, interesting. It's the exact same thing. You guys just need to keep remembering, anytime you see a whole number, it is over 1. Even if it was 270, over 1. This is 9,187 over 1. Anytime you have a whole number, it is over 1. Anytime. All right. And as Anusha said, this was the exact same thing which we just tested, and it is because 2 times 3 across, 1 times 4 on the bottom divided by 4, boom, same thing. All right. They were the exact same thing. I don't know what it would tell us if I hit the next button. Okay, yeah. So it just explains how it's the same. And I think that's it, right? Oh, it wants us to do that. And then we're done, right? Oh, wow, there's a lot more. I did not know that. Okay, but anyways, we don't have time for it anyways. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop sharing. And then I can stop